It is December 15, 2020, and it is about 11:46 p.m. And a few minutes ago, I just had the closest thing I've ever had to an encounter. Have not had one, and I go into all of that in another video I made called My Core Values and Manifestations. So if you're interested in hearing that, you can go watch that video. But I've been kind of not to lie, to be quite honest, I've kind of had my questions, doubts, concerns in regards to manifestations and encounters, and I just had the closest thing I've ever had to one just now. I wouldn't say it was a full-on encounter, well, in the sense that, like, how I see other people. Not that mine doesn't count, but, like, anyways. So, my friend posted this video on their Facebook page, and I was scrolling through my timeline, and I saw it, and I clicked it, and I've never seen anything like this before. It was really cool. So, they had, like, this metal plate, a square metal plate, and it was hooked up to, like, a speaker, and they poured some sand on top of the metal plate, and whenever they would play certain sounds on the speaker, the vibration of the sound would actually cause, like, the sand Wendy, no. The vibration of the sound would cause the sand sitting on top of the metal plate to, like, start bouncing and moving, and it was amazing. Like, the sand would actually move and create pictures, like these crazy geometrical designs, based on, like, what kind of sound was being made. And, like, it was like in the video, it would show you, like, lower vibrations would create certain pictures, and higher vibrations would create more complex geometrical shapes and patterns. And it was just really incredible. I've never seen anything like that. And, like, so I'm watching this video, and I'm just kind of laying in bed like I am right now, and it's just so weird. Like, my body just starts feeling really different. Like, and I can feel it, like, getting stronger and stronger, like, as I'm watching the video. And as the experiment goes on, the video is an experiment showing the different sounds. Like, they start with a really, really low frequency, and then they go higher. They go higher and higher with the vibrations and frequencies. Wendy, come on. Anyway, so they start out low, and then they go higher. And, like, as it continues to get higher, like, I can just feel, like, my body's, like, just, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's weird. Like, my muscles start getting kind of tight, like in my arms and in my abdomen. And, I don't know, like, I just feel like something rising or, like, building up. Nothing, like, I can really explain. And I have this thought, and I'm like, if this is what sound and vibration does to sand, you know, like, with different types of sound that and vibrations or whatever, I'm just thinking, like, I wonder what happens, like, to our bodies, like, on the cellular level, like, when we tune into, like, the vibration and frequency of worship, right? Like, when we tune into the frequency of heaven and align ourselves with worship and gratitude and praise and thankfulness, like, I wonder, like, if we could see, like, how that vibration, that sound affects us on a cellular level. And I imagine, like, what types of, like, crazy, like, designs and dances, for, you know, a metaphor, our bodies go into. And, like, it made me think about healing. And, like, Jesus was the most, like, whole and, like, faith-filled and spirit-filled man. Like, I wonder, like, what his vibrational frequencies were like. And maybe that's why he was able to just, like, carry healing with him wherever he goes, because he's just so in tune with, like, the song of the Father, you know? And I'm just like, this is a new thought, like, that's entered into my brain that I've never thought of before. and like I just feel so weird. I can't, like, not a bad weird, but like my body just feels weird, and like at the end I just feel like I'm just like tears are just streaming down my face, and I'm like, Grace, this is not an emotional video. This is literally like a science experiment. Like, pull yourself together. But I'm like, why am I crying at this like sand moving on a metal plate? You know? But anyways, I just thought that was really, really cool. I'll post the link to that video in like the description or something, or the comments of this video. If you have a minute, you should check it out. It's really, really interesting, and it's really fascinating to see like the patterns that sand creates, like just based off of sound. It's so cool. And it's really inspired me to like really like think about like what I'm feeding my body intentionally. You know, the type of music I listen to, or like the type of messages I allow into my brain, like, you know, just thinking about what it must be doing to me, and something that I can't see, you know, because we can't see sound. And that's what was so cool about this video, is because the person who made this video found a way for us to visually see like what sound looks like. Oh, wow. Like, sound looks like something, you know, like, oh, and I forgot a part. This was so cool. And like, as they were going through the different sounds and the sands or whatever, they were announcing like I think it's hertz, like what the level, like what hertz, not like ow it hurts, but like HERTZ, like what number and what level it was at, like when the sand would make different formations. And there was this one formation that the sand made. It looked, I kid you not, it looked just like the cross of Jesus. Like, you know, just, well, you can't tell what I'm drawing with my finger. But like the sand literally made the design of a cross. And like, that was at 777 hertz. And I literally almost died. I was like, oh my gosh. For those of you who don't know, like 7 is a really significant number to me. I've made a video about that in my Identity Day video, explaining why it's so personal to me. But 7, like, God has been using the number 7 to really speak to me. And so, like, when I saw that, I literally almost, like, peed myself, because I was like, oh my gosh. So, it felt like just a confirmation to me that, like, God was, like, confirming my thoughts and, like, trying to get my attention, and, like, really speaking to me about it. So, like, yeah, oh, look at that. I'm stopping this video at 7 minutes.